What is going on, guys? JTGily back in another video, and recently there's been a Pokemongo Moveset update, and in the info release, it did confirm that Mew was in Pokemon Go. So I'm going to give you guys some information about the update and about Mew being in Pokemon Go. But before we get to that, please remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. But anyways, let's get to it. So before I get into the details of the new update, just know that this doesn't affect any Pokemon that you have right now. It will only affect the Pokemon that you get in the future, whether through evolving or catching. So the Pokemon you have right now are safe, but you might have a hidden gem with you, and I'll explain more about that as we go along. So the first Pokemon on the list that I have on the screen for you is Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff had a move called Play Rough, which changed it to Dazzling Gleam. But Play Rough took about 2.9 seconds to, cast, and then Dazzling Gleam takes 4.2. And I know this may sound like it's bad, but hear me out. So, Play Rough has 2 charges where Dazzling Gleam has 3. That means you get an extra attack. It does take a little longer, but it is worth it because you have 3 of them. So that's what happened with Jigglypuff, and this does affect Wigglytuff as well. Next Pokemon on the list are Diglett, Dugtrio, Graveler, and Golem. These 4 are all affected in the same way. Their quick move Mud Shot turned into Mud Slap, which is a significant increase. It goes from Mud Shot's 6 damage to Mud Slap's 15 damage. But the thing is, Mud Shot took about 0.55 seconds to cast, and Mud Slap takes 1.35. You do have to wait a little longer, but it's a pretty significant increase for a quick move, so that's a pretty good thing to have. Our next Pokemon is Grimer. Grimer's quick move was Acid, which only did about 10 damage, but the new move is Poison Jab, which did 15. The awesome thing about this one is that Acid and Poison Jab both took about 1.05 seconds to cast, so it was literally just a damage increase, which is pretty good. So if you have a Grimer, you can get a good one. You got a little better one now. Onto his evolved form, Muck. His Acid move turned into Lick, which decreased the damage, but Acid took 1.05 seconds to cast, where Lick takes 0.5 seconds, so it takes shorter time, but it's a little less attack. I think that's a good thing because attacking faster and just keep hitting is pretty awesome, and it's really good way to die down the health, and you don't have to wait, especially if Pokemon like this who have lower HP, they're not going to survive as longer, so you want them to just hit really quick. But that's Muck's update. Our next Pokemon, we have Gengar. This is a pretty significant one. I would say one of the most important ones. So he had Sludge Wave with that 70 damage, but now he has Sludge Bomb with just 55. The thing about this, Sludge Wave took about 3.4 seconds to cast, and Sludge Bomb takes about 2.6. But the really important thing about this is that Sludge Wave was 1 charge, and Sludge Bomb is 2. So you pretty much, in the same amount of time that you would get a Sludge Wave, you have a Sludge Bomb doing 55 damage instead of 75. So you would have to wait the same exact time, but you would get 110 damage with Sludge Bomb rather than just 70 with Sludge Wave. So that's a pretty awesome update, and it's good for Gengar. He's definitely going to be probably see him a lot more now. The next one affected is Hitmonlee. His Stomp move, which is 30 attack damage, changes to Brick Break, which is also 30 attack damage. But Stomp took about 2.1 seconds to cast, and Brick Break takes about 1.6. And Stomp had 4 charges, while Brick Break had 3. So Brick Break's gonna be quicker, and it'll be a better move. It'll attack quicker, and it has less charges, but it'll build up quicker. Plus, the good thing about this one is that Brick Break has a much higher critical chance than Stomp, so that'll give you a better chance to get a bigger hit on a Pokemon. Even though people don't really use Hitmonlee in gyms, I've never seen one before, but if you do, there's that, and congratulations. All right, our next Pokemon is Chansey. I've never seen a Chansey. I don't have one. I really want one. I heard you can get them next to hospitals like they are in the game, but that's just a theory. This is a pretty significant increase, if I do say so myself. You're going to see a lot more Chanseys in gyms and in battling, and they're going to be worth a lot more now because of this. So Psybeam, which was 40 damage, turned into Hyper Beam, which is 120 damage, one of the best moves in the game. So that's a significant increase of 80 damage, so that's pretty awesome. The only thing though is Psybeam took about 3.8 seconds to cast, while Hyper Beam is going to take 5. So you do have to wait a little bit longer, about 1.2 seconds, but still that's pretty awesome to get an 80 damage increase. I will take that for sure. But at the same time, to make this balance, Psybeam had 4 charges while Hyper Beam has 1. So it does have to balance itself out, which is understandable, but if you do get that Hyper Beam, it's pretty awesome. Our next Pokemon is Seel. His Water Gun had 6 damage while his Lick had 5. But the thing is, Water Gun and Lick both casted at about 0.5 seconds, so literally they just decreased his attack damage. I've never seen a Seel or a Dugong used in a gym, so I don't know why they nerfed him. I mean, there's nothing. 1 damage. First of all, 1 damage is nothing, and they didn't even change the time that it took to cast, so I'm not really sure about that one, but that was kind of weird. Our next Pokemon is Porygon. So his old move was Quick Attack, which did 10 damage, and his new move is Zen Headbutt, which is 12. Quick Attack took about 1.33 seconds to cast, while Zen Headbutt takes about 1.05. So this was a positive increase because his attack damage went up and it took a shorter amount of time to go ahead and use that move. So it was a good increase on the Porygon. The next Pokemon on the list is Gyarados, but I'm gonna save that till the end. So let's get to the next one. The next ones are Staryu and Starmie. Both had Quick Attack, which did 10 damage, and that turned into Tackle, which did 12. Quick Attack took about 1.33 seconds to cast, while Tackle takes 1.1 seconds. The thing is weird about Quick Attack was like literally it was a quick attack. It was always the first attack in Pokemon, like in the games. But in this game, it's not even the fastest attack, which doesn't make sense, but that's how they do things. I'm not going to complain. Alright, our next Pokemon are Koffing and Weezing. Their quick move Acid was completely removed, so that's not in the game anymore. So if you have a Koffing or Weezing with Acid, consider yourself lucky, and you do have a hidden gem, because when trading comes out and people want to move Acid for some reason, you have an Acid Koffing or Weezing, so that's pretty awesome. Next, we have Omastar. His Rock Throw move, which is 12 damage, turned into Mud Shot, which is 6. Rock Throw took about 1.3 seconds to cast, while Mud Shot takes about 0.5. So you're losing pretty much half your attack damage, but you have half of your damage. So it kind of balances itself out, but that's what they did with Omastar. Alright, so now let's get to one of the most important Pokemon in this update, and that's Gyarados. So Gyarados' Dragon Breath move was completely removed, and it turned into Bite. So the awesome thing about Dragon Breath is that Gyarados is pretty much the Kryptonite to Dragonite. Gyarados was the Dragonite killer. His Dragon Breath would completely annihilate Dragonites. But because they wanted to increase like the value of Dragonite, they removed Dragon Breath in order to counterbalance, and they gave him Bite. Dragon Breath and Bite are both 6 attack damage, and they both cast in 5 seconds. But the thing is that they just changed the type move because Dragon Breath was so OP into killing Dragonite, and they made Gyarados a little less strong, and that made Dragonite a little more stronger. So that was one of the most important changes in this update. So finally, Mew was affected in this. No one has Mew that we know of, and no one's really seen it. There's not been any leaked pictures that are legit. And all we know is that Mew's Hurricane move, which did 25 damage per second, turned into Blizzard, which does 25.6, and then his move Moonblast was completely removed. But the weird thing about this is that this is confirming that Mew is in Pokemon Go. I don't think you can see him on the Pokédex, like as you can see the 3 birds and Mewtwo and Ditto and stuff like that. But Mew is in the game. He's clearly right there. Mew is in the game. No one knows how to get him. But this obviously confirms that he is in the game. He does have moves, like he's coded into the system. So we know that for sure that Mew is in the game. Do we know how to get him? No. Does anyone have him? No. But we know he's in the game for sure. We know some of his moves. I don't know if that's a hint. Moonblast? I don't remember Moonblast being in the real Pokemon game, but apparently it is. So that's Mew, and this gives us some speculation because now they're kind of telling us more and more about the legendary Pokemon, and maybe they're going to start releasing them soon because this game's been out kind of a while, about a month or 2. So maybe Mew's coming soon. I don't know, maybe next update, hopefully, but that's just a little thing on Mew. I'm glad that they kind of they're playing around with us, kind of telling them that they are in the game, even though we haven't seen them. But that's pretty awesome. And that's pretty much all the update that you need to worry about. Remember, any of the Pokemon you have right now are not affected. It's just the Pokemon that you will be catching in the wild or you evolve. So all the Pokemon you have right now are safe. And again, if you have any Pokemon that were negatively affected, you might want to keep them. And then when trading comes out, you have a pretty strong Pokemon that you can trade in it's like a limited time Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. So make sure you keep those. But that was today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and share your guys' opinion in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think of the update. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I kind of liked it. I liked that it kind of balanced the Pokemon, so there were no OP Pokemon, and it made kind of the irrelevant Pokemon more relevant, so that was pretty good. But let me know what you guys think. I will check you guys later. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Deuces.